The true mean difference between capacity of the target and Bash's bags is captured in the interval -1,380 to 8,564. So the follow-up question, does your interval provide convincing evidence that there's a difference in the mean capacity among the two stores? And we would have to say no. Why do we say no? Because 0 fits in that interval. Okay? 0 fits in the interval. Now, to me it looks like we've got a lot more stuff at the target bags, but we have to go by what the data tells us, and we would say no. Okay? We don't have convincing evidence. So you might look at that and say, well, how? Look, it is different. And I think the reason that we would say that is because our sample size is so small. Because our sample size is so small, that means that our standard deviation is going to be kind of big. Look at this one, okay? Look how big the standard deviation is, okay? So that's probably why. All right? Confidence interval. Difference between two means. Okay? All right, so there's one in the book that they want you guys to do. So I would actually love it. If you guys would pause the video, okay, and do this little check your understanding. A 99% confidence interval, okay? Okay, so you're back. I hope you're back. All right? What are we going to do? State parameters. Okay, let's do our parameters in our state. I'll see if I can get everything on the same board here. If I do that, I don't think you guys will be able to read it. It's too small. We want to construct states. We want to construct. I got another 99% confidence interval for the difference in mean wheat price. Difference in mean wheat price in July and September. Okay? Let's say mu1. Now I think in the last one I called that an X bar. We're talking about our parameters. Our parameters should be mu. So go back into your notes and just make that notation, okay? That's my mistake. So mu1, what do we want mu1 to be? Let me be consistent with the way that they did it. mu1 we're going to say is the mean wheat price in July. True mean wheat price in July, which means mu2 is the true mean wheat price in September, okay? We have our parameters identified. So we did our state. Let's talk about our plan. To sample T interval for the difference of two means, okay? Random. Random samples. Independent random samples. Independent random samples. Okay? Normal. Come on. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. 90 and 45. Yes. 90 and 45 are both greater than 30. Normal. Condition satisfied, and then independent, it states that they were independent. Independent random samples. It states these samples are independent. All right, look at that. We're going to squeeze it in. We're going to squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. All right, now let's do the do. So we got to find the difference between the two proportions. So We're going to take our X bars. Now is where we use our X bars, right? So July to September, so we're going to do 2.95. 2.95 minus 3.67. 3.67 because we're doing mu1 minus mu2, okay, for our interval. Plus or minus a critical T. Now remember I told you in the last example, I told you that if you have two samples, you have to use the smaller of the two samples for your degrees of freedom. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use 44 for our degrees of freedom. So let's do that. We will see. So I turn it on, yep, I hit second bars for distributions. I go here, 0.005, except here, now my degrees of freedom is 44, so my C-square is not going to be as big as it was the last time. 2.69, so plus or minus 2.69. Let's plug in our sample standard deviations. 22 cents and 19 cents. So the first one is 22 cents squared, the second one is 19 cents squared. The first sample is 90, the second one is 45. 90, 45. So you get an interval. Here's our interval, guys. Here's our interval. Negative 0.759. Negative 0.759. And then negative 0.561. So the conclude, let's do the conclude. I'm gonna go look in the book so I can read what it says. So we can get a good context for this one. We're 99% confident that the interval from negative 0.759 to negative 0.561 captures the true difference between July and September. All right? That's it, man. That's it. That's all I got time for today. Okay? So when we come back, the next video that you watch will be to finish 10-2. Okay? A couple examples on doing a significance test, but I just simply do not have time to do that today. Okay? Hope that made sense. Opening day just got canceled. Always a bummer. First day of the season got canceled. What are you going to do? Weather doing. Happy April Fool's Day.